When I had nothing, I gave you everything. When you had everything, you gave me nothing. Lucky for me, nothingness has rewarded me. Hello and welcome back to the Minimistic Show. Today we will be using the Zen Tarot. I've been working with this deck behind the scenes for a few months now, and I've gained a lot from it. I would highly recommend it if you're interested in a little bit of a different sort of a deck. Like, this is the Queen of Cups. This is what we're going to be reading on today. This will be a 3-part series that I'm doing here. Today, we will start with the Queen of Cups portion. When I had nothing, I gave you everything. This is a collective, timeless reading. It's Missy Gordon, the Men Mystic here. A little tongue-tied. The Queen of Cups, she's tired. She's given of her fortunes until she had nothing left. This is garden quartz. The impurities are the beautiful part. You are like a wild garden, roaring with a symphony of floral scents and colors and magnificent arrangements, like an orchestra playing as you walk. And you gave of that freely because that is just who you are. That is your essence. That is the essence that you carry. But there have been many that have not wanted to carry that along with you, but instead try to take it from you, to use it, to monetize it for their own gain. And the Queen of Cups, she's tired. And she's had enough. We're going to get 3 cards. This reading can apply to just about anything, because the Queen of Cups, she's always involved with so much, right? Whether it's, baking cookies for the bake sale, or caring for their partner or their children or their friends, or being thoughtful about someone's birthday, remembering all the little details of what the person likes, These things add up, and these things are worth everything to the right people, but to the wrong ones, don't be fooled. Don't think that just because people claim to love you, that you and them both have the same definition of what love means. 1, 2, and 3. We have the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck, very fitting for a Queen of Cups reading. I love this card. Look at all those colors, just like the ones that I mentioned, but these are not flowers. This is this woman, she has her head inside of a very loud cacophony. This box that she's put herself in, her mind specifically, clinging to the past. With the Nine of Cups and the Two of Cups here. And the Hermit. Aloneness. You could feel alone, or you did, in relationships. See, we have the Nine of Cups here. These are all cups, by the way. Again, very fitting for a Queen of Cups sort of a reading. Now, this Nine of Cups always makes me laugh because it says laziness. He's just sitting here in the sun asking for you to bring him another drink while you're in some sort of a pressure chamber where the noise has become so loud that it's hard to even function. It's not that extreme for everybody, but I'm sure that everybody has experienced that specific thing at a point in time where you are just so emotionally stimulated and overwhelmed. You could even have a moment where you like snap, or you did, because this person is just sitting here lounging while you are like in some sort of suffering here. And see all this glitter around her? It's like he's reaping the benefit of all of this and just sitting here, right? This could be somebody from your past, since it says clinging to the past, or this is you. Maybe this is somebody that you're currently with the Two of Cups, even though this is an interesting Two of Cups because it says friendliness. So this could be like a friend for you. This could even be somebody that you don't know very well. Like this could be an acquaintance. This could be somebody at work. This could be a boss that's like, do this for me, do that for me, do this for me, do this for that for me. So it depends. It's just basically what this energy is and put it where it applies for you. It's a person that's sitting here reaping all of the benefits from your sparkly energy while you are in some sort of pain, right? Like I started the reading off with, when I had nothing, I gave you everything. This is a burnt out Queen of Cups. This is a Queen of Cups that, with all of these cups, she has a lot of love in her heart for whoever these people are, even if to her they have become bad people or they've revealed themselves to be bad people. And bad, what is bad? But it's bad for us. Something is toxic for us. It's like not everybody is allergic to peanuts, but you could end up in the hospital if you eat one. So it's not about demonizing certain people. It's about what's bad and toxic for us specifically. And no one can tell you no. If you're allergic to peanuts and you end up in anaphylactic shock, or like you're allergic to bees or something like that and you get stung, how is somebody going to tell you that you're being selfish for that? Somebody could be allergic to shellfish. Just an example, guys. I'm just saying, it's like, how silly does that seem that if you were in that sort of a predicament that you had to go to the hospital and this person could have even intentionally tried to poison you. It's a Two of Cups person. This is somebody you're in close proximity to. So put it where it fits. All I know is you feel alone. within this dynamic. I'm not saying that if you were by yourself that you would actually feel alone, because this says aloneness. This is a monk energy. This is a higher wisdom energy with the hermit always, but especially in this card for me, it's like he is mesmerized by this light. There is no place he'd rather be. So for some of you, people could have intentionally tried to make you feel alone because that's their worst fear, right? Because they're used to just snapping their fingers and getting all their little servants to come bring them whatever they want. How I'm seeing this overall is that it's a feeling of being in a crowded room. I'm seeing somebody like at their birthday party and there's all these people here. And this Queen of Cups is just going into the bathroom. I have a really old song called Bathroom Stall. If I can get it, I'll put it at the end of this video. It's from years ago. It's a song about going into the bathroom stall and like questioning your existence every time you're in a social setting. I'm seeing that here. And why is that? It's because we feel alone around people when there's something off energetically. Like these people should be, with all of these cups, people that we feel a connection to, but there's some sort of a disconnect here. And there's a reason for that. I'm hearing the words cash cow. So these people could be trying to convert your water energy, your love energy, your emotions into cash. And that could be a reason why you feel like they don't love you, because they're using you. Or they tried. So let's take a look. What does this Queen of Cups want to express? Because sometimes we can become so burdened, so overwhelmed, so burnt out that we can't even express our emotions anymore. It's like we don't even have, I'm hearing we don't even have the right to speak. That could be how you feel. I don't have the right to speak in this person's presence. You could feel unsafe around whoever that Nine of Cups character is. You could have tried to express your emotions. And after a while, what happens when we don't feel safe anymore to express our emotions, we begin holding back those emotions. And that can make us feel even more disconnected or more alone. But what I'm getting from you guys, from this Queen of Cups energy, who identify with this, male, female, non-binary, however you identify, it's just the feminine water, it's the receptive water, is that you guys don't mind being alone. You guys are spiritual people. And so it's not like a loneliness issue. It's the fact that you feel alone. You feel alone because these people make you feel that way. So let's see if we can get a little bit more about this with our 3-card spread here today. Card number 1. We have the Hanged Man. New vision. Number 12. Let me just look at this for a minute, guys, because as I mentioned earlier in the reading, these are different depictions than the traditional Rider-Waite. Like, if this is the Hanged Man, let's just look at it together. It's interesting that there's this person on the ground here, again, going along with this feeling of feeling like burnt out down here. Now, this is some sort of a projection here of someone. See how they're using the sacred geometry here? It's like you could be surrounded by a person that knows how to use ancient symbology, I'm just going to put it that way because there's codes within all of these things. We have a circle, we have a triangle, and we have a square. So the 3 and the 4, the triangle and the square is like the emperor and the empress. This person could know how to use dynamics to overpower other people, and that's what continues this cycle, this cyclical thing going, is that they know how to get what they want. They know how to snap their fingers and get what they want. And you could find yourself in not just one situation like this, but throughout your past, you could find yourself in these situations because Spirit is trying to teach us a lesson about reciprocity. When I had nothing, I gave you everything. Why are we doing that? I was taught to believe that was one of the highest possible things you could do. I used to study the martyrs throughout history, throughout time. And I looked at that as like the highest possible honor. Now I wonder, was I just drawn to that because I was a martyr in a past life? Perhaps. Because I'm somebody that believes what we're subconsciously drawn to, there's a nugget of information in there, right? But at the time, I didn't believe in past lives. I only believed it was this one life, and I was here to be a Queen of Cups and to give everything down to my last drop of water in the desert to the person next to me that looked at me like a lackey and would gladly slurp up that last drop of water and leave me to die. Gladly, since it's the 9 of Cups, right? For some of you, these people are setups. They are NPCs. They're soulless individuals that have a plan to suck you dry. So it's time to start looking at things from another perspective because this is the reality. These are both you. See these wings, these angel wings in the background here. And this light, this is like the light that is mesmerizing the hermit. See? It's that white, blue light that he's gazing into. It's almost like he's seeing himself from another perspective. He's seeing the hope. He's seeing that this enlightenment is filling him with a hope beyond his human understanding, beyond the sacred geometry, beyond the squares and the triangles and the equations of this matrix that we find ourselves in. This is seeing beyond the illusion and looking into what are we meant to learn from all of this. Card number 2. How interesting. This is the King of Cups now. See this hand covering the abdomen? Those are like the bottom 3 chakras here. That would be like the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. You could be an energy healer. You could be a Reiki master. You could be somebody that works with your hands. See, the hands are very prominent here. Healing. You're a healer. See, that's the money shot. You're a healer. This energy is like a healing elixir. But people who know how to manipulate energy, people that have used their expertise in things like alchemy, sacred geometry, hermetics, they have used that ancient information from the mystery schools to manipulate the healers or empaths or however you want to call yourself. They are using us like, have you ever seen this? It always slightly disturbs me. I live around a lot of like country, and there are these big dairy farms, right? And you can see inside, and all the cows are lined up, and they're just pumping them, pumping them, pumping them. And I understand that's just how it is, and I understand that. I'm not talking about some PETA statement today. I actually used to be a vegetarian for many years. I eat meat now. I'm just saying, it's not that sort of a statement, guys. I'm just saying it's like that. They're milking us. They're milking us for this healing elixir energy. It's like life force energy. It's pure, raw, unconditional love from the white light of understanding, the highest level of consciousness, the sort of consciousness that could have gotten you in a past life for this sort of information that is now just freely available on the internet, where we could have perished in past lives for knowing things like this, for understanding concepts like this. Right? So we could look at ourselves as, oh, we're just little meek healers, we're just here to like help people. We're here to use our hands and to heal and to connect with ancient energies and bring love and healing to the world, love and light to all. But this is what we need not be naive about. People like this, who will use that energy like an elixir. They could even feign sickness or mental illness, or they need help, or they're coming to you for help. They could even pretend to be helpless in some way so that you will help them, and that transfers the energy to them. Because for some of you, if this is like a romantic partner or a romantic interest, I was going to say, it's like you're no longer interested since you figured out their schemes. So they're having to take different approaches instead of like gaining it from your sacral chakra energy, which we talked a lot about last week, pretty much in every reading, if you're interested in going back a little bit. This is different, guys. This is... It's like they're taking it. They're taking it by convincing you to give it freely. Like, you have to agree to give it freely. And since you're a healing person, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, you have the masculine and feminine water. Like, you know how to use this water. You're an alchemist. It's like the temperance energy, right? You know how to use energy, and so does this other person or people. That's what we need to become aware of, is that when we are these sorts of healers and empaths, etc., we will attract these insects that, guys, this is just who they are. It's not even about demonizing anybody. It's just be aware, right? It's like the story of the turtle and the scorpion, where the scorpion convinces the turtle to help him swim to the other side. And the turtle's like, no, you're gonna sting me, and you're gonna kill us both. And the scorpion's like, no, 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 no. Don't. It's like a used car salesman. Convincing him, whatever. So finally, he gets on the turtle. As they're in the middle of the water, at the deepest part of the water, Why did you sting me? Now we're both gonna perish. It's just in my nature, right? So this is just in people's nature. Now I am hearing that this is like a fallen angel scenario for some here, where this person, they used to use this sacred geometry, hermetics, astrology, let me see what, numerology, for the advancement of the planet, and then they started to see that it didn't really reap them much benefit. I'm getting that. Like much personal gain, so they turned to the dark side. Let's just keep it simple. Going back to this, it's like you've seen things in a different way with this new vision card, and you can't unsee it. I'm seeing you sitting in the doctor's office, and they're checking your eyesight. This one or this one? This one or this one? And right when it hits that clarity point where both of your eyes see perfectly clearly, it's like something in your soul disconnects. And you see that they are taking from your bottom 3 chakras, root, sacral, and solar plexus. So your basic stability in the world, feeling safe. Remember how earlier I said you might not feel emotionally safe around this person or people? Your creativity, your sexual energy, your vibrancy, and your power, your raw power, the will to do everything that you are capable of doing. They're taking those things away from you. And if those things are gone, I was going to talk about the trees and it just didn't seem relevant at the time. So here we are back here again. I was going to talk about these roots. Without these roots here, these are big, heavy trees. These will just fall right over. So I'm seeing something here about there being an organized attack. I'm just going to keep it very, very simple. An organized attack to disconnect you from your roots, to make you feel ungrounded, unstable, like you don't belong anywhere, like everybody's against you, making you paranoid, making you seem crazy, making you seem really out there, like you're not making sense. Like, have you ever had somebody look straight at you, like while you're talking, and they're just like, I've had that happen to me so many times. And to me, I'm just talking about like normal stuff, guys. I'm talking about like higher consciousness, like hermit stuff. Seeking the truth about life, talking about the things that interest me, right? The things that I don't just share with just anybody. And I've had people literally just look at me like 2 of Cups sort of people, I'm saying. Very close. And just make me feel like I'm some sort of a crazy freak. But this is the reality. It's actually the higher wisdom that we are tapping into. And we know that even if people make us feel alone, and some of them are doing this on purpose, others just feel intimidated because they feel like you know more than them and they don't know what you're talking about. It's just further showing the feeling of disconnection. And guys, this is part of the Queen of Cups lessons. It's like, this just is what it is. We can't force people to change, and for some of them, it is like organized crime. So they have gathered together to try to steal this energy from you, and for some of you, you've become wise to that, and you're beginning to disconnect your energy, and you could be starting to see some weird behavior. So just, be careful, be aware with what you're doing. It's like, that's why people say, don't just unmask a narcissist. You have to have a strategy and a plan. And I'm not saying everybody here is a narcissist. I'm just saying you can't just, well, you can do anything you want. I wouldn't recommend just being like, I see you for who you are. I understand you're doing this and that. I would just, kind of tap in and get the step-by-step plan from the guides directly. Card number 3, we have the 3 of Cups. See, this is that party energy that I was seeing, and it's like your birthday party, and I don't think you're here. I think this is other people. It's like they are celebrating. Again, it's all cups. They are celebrating and splashing around in your waters, in your emotions, while you're like crying in the corner with the 5 of Cups. And I'm not saying you're literally crying in the corner, guys. I'm just saying you could be sitting there smiling and stuff like that, but this is what it feels like up here for who this reading applies to. I want to clarify this 3 of Cups a little bit here. It's like these people could smile in your face, but you have very strong judgment, guys. Like, they're lying. I'm seeing the 7 of Swords in my head. It's also like this is happening, this unveiling, this unmasking, this hanged man seeing things and people and situations from another perspective. See, you can barely see him on the bottom there. It's like you've been crawling around on the ground and been wondering why you feel the way you do. And it's like the ancestors are coming through and saying, enough is enough. I'm done with this. I'm done watching this. I'm done. We're going to intervene now. And for some of you, it's a timing thing with the Wheel of Fortune where you completed some sort of toxic paradigm where you possibly, for some of you, had to learn, including myself, about codependency and what that means. There could have also been substances involved, control issues. Like, I feel like for some of you here, this other person is extremely controlling, and that could have just been what you were used to. Like, you could have just always been kind of like more of a sweet soul, like just kind of giving to people from the goodness of your heart. And it's like you're giving right to the devil. It's like a little kid walking up to a criminal that's been behind bars for 37 years and was just left out today. And they're like, hey, mister, it's beautiful, guys, on one hand, but on the other, I feel like Spirit is trying to teach us how to keep this sweet side of us, but at the same time, to become wise that this is stranger danger. Like, do not go to that man's car. Do not take that candy, sort of a thing. And it's more challenging for some of us here because these people could be our friends. 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups. These people could be our lovers. These people could be our family. Yeah, there's something about like a completion that's happened here, and that's what has unmasked. I'm hearing these competitors. That's weird. Competitors. But they're at your birthday party, right? Dancing in your waters, splishing and splashing. Some of these people are harder to detect than others, guys. And this is not to put paranoia into your hearts and be like questioning everybody. Like, who are they? Are they a devil and stuff? This is something that you will already know about. And this is just confirmation. It's just further light on the situation that you were already very perturbed by, disturbed by, and questioning. So this is just some evidence and some proof. Something could be coming out Leo season, which is as I'm filming this reading, pretty much. Tell us about the 3 of Cups. The Judgment card, guys. Now, for some of you, as I was just zoning out right there, this is just a side message, but it's going to be more than just a side message for who this applies to. It's going to become wonderful. if you decide to cut away from these people, I'm hearing the scripture that Jesus talks about pruning the grapes on the vine, something like that. If you will, you've made a judgment call about certain people. If you will go the next step and snip, snip, it's your rose bush. This is your house. This is your water. This is your, if you will trim these bushes, so to speak, then what I'm seeing is this could actually be for some of you either a new aspect of you coming online, the masculine water, which is like the protective water, the King of Cups. He has full range over his emotions. He's able to keep very calm in the midst of a storm. Some of us could have been learning how to regulate our emotions, learning how to be grounded, learning how to deal with high pressure situations and stay. Like that 5 of Cups imagery, it's like we could have felt like we were in a pressure cooker, and we've learned how to harness this energy. We've learned how to stay calm. We've learned how to be a King of Cups, in other words. But another thing I'm seeing for some of you, this could be your match here. This could be your King of Cups, male, female, non-binary. Like this could be somebody that can actually equally match you and won't be looking at you like some sort of a servant to bring them their next pina colada. You know what I'm saying? Like this will be, for some of you, I'm hearing this will be like a loving friend that you can put your roots down with, and you'll be like two trees growing together. It's almost like it's not even gendered. It's like you're trees. Like you're not even people. It's like you're trees. I'm hearing that scripture, trees of righteousness. And for some of you, this person may be a healer, and they can help to literally heal. Like I'm seeing them putting their hands like onto your belly and like healing those chakras. I mean, for some of you, this could even be a friend, right? But I think for some of you, this is a romantic thing. Can I get a little bit more on that 3 of Cups here? Yeah, look, for some of you, it's like, and this is the perspective shift with the Hanged Man. You're seeing these people are only around you for what they can gain. And some of us are like, what do you mean gain? I've been literally in the 5 of Cups with a box over my head for the past like 15 years. But this is what we don't see about ourselves, guys, is this golden aura. They're just like feasting off of it as it flecks off of your skin and shimmers in the sun. A lot of us have been so focused on just surviving with the 5 of Swords that we have yet to realize and look in the mirror and see how brilliant this light really is that surrounds us. So part of this paradigm shift can also be understanding that, so that we're not naive. It's beautiful to be humble, guys, but at the same time, it's like we also need to be wise and have good judgment to not just let anybody like in our close quarters, because these people could become jealous of you, envious. They could try to take things a step further to gain more or to hurt you more so that they can energy harvest off of you, etc. Yeah, and that's what's coming to light. All that sort of stuff. Anything else? Anything else just in general here, actually? Because I feel like we got the message on the 3 of Cups. Anything else? So we have the King of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Lovers. Someone is... they're like watching a choice that you've made or that you're making, and it's going to affect their money. See, there's somebody here, and I think it's this, where's my drink person, and this could be anybody, guys, and it's just an energy. They might not be saying, where's my drink? They might seem like a really nice person, but there's something about their energy where you feel like you are always on edge, or you have to do stuff for them. And if you don't make dinner tonight, or you say you're too tired to do something, or it's like they get this energy that becomes enraged, even if they seem calm. I'm seeing that. It's like I see a calm person's face. Their face looks calm, But the energy is like an explosive, envious, evil hatred. Like, that's how it feels, guys. I'm not saying that it's like that literally for everybody, but we have this Gemini energy here. We have Gemini and we have Pluto and we have Neptune. So Neptune can be very confusing. There could be illusions. So it could be, like I said, this person could seem like really nice, but there's something about it that's an illusion for who this message applies to. We also have Pluto, which is transformation, which is talking about the group at large. It's like transformation of your perspective in general, going back to that Neptune energy with the Hanged Man. It's like everything has changed. You're looking around at the same people and you're like, they look like a brood of vipers. That's what Jesus said. He said that to the Pharisees. They were supposedly the most spiritual people in Israel. And he said, you are like poisonous snakes slithering in the hole of hell, basically, is what he was saying. So there's something here about money, guys. Remember I mentioned that earlier. We also have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Wheel of Fortune here. It's like, when I had nothing, I gave you everything. But this is the irony. You don't have nothing. Even when you have nothing, you still have everything. And that could be a lesson we're starting to understand, is that we're connected to the source. Even if we feel in the Five of Cups and we have a box over our head, just surviving, you came out as the Nine of Pentacles. So we need to give ourselves more credit, first of all. But second of all, this is a lesson in reciprocity. Because look, there's people like this that are, it's like they could even have like watchdogs on you. I'm hearing 24/7 surveillance. Again, not trying to make you guys paranoid. You know what I'm saying? This is like a spiritual thing. You'll know about this. This can be monitoring spirits. This could be, you could be you could be around certain spiritual circles that you're getting all caught up in these energies that are like actually not for you. We have Gemini here. So this could be friends again. Like it could be friends that I'm talking about here that are like watching your money. They're like pocket watching you. Can I just get a tiny bit more on that point? See, this could be somebody that is romantic. But again, this could also be this other person on the sidelines wanting to come in and be like a knight in shining armor here. Tell us, what is this King of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Lover's energy, please, for the collective? And we'll close on this, guys. Yeah, it's the Tower. I was feeling that energy when I was talking about the other person. This guy having this rage as he was looking at you, but he looked totally calm and normal. I'm seeing that here. So someone is enraged by what they are observing. And I think it's this choice here. I think it's this, well, it's not really a choice. It's an understanding and it's a rebirth and it's an awakening that you know who these people are and who they've been. So this is just the Queen of Cups seeing who she is and who others are as well. This is just part of our ascension and reclaiming our energy. Thank you, everybody. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. Remember, you can always listen to the Metamystic Show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. EST, as well as on my YouTube channel at the Metamystic. Thank you, everybody. Oh, and if you guys like aren't aware, I do put out shorts every single day. I usually put out 4 a day on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all under the Metamystic. So if you guys want to get like shorter readings, You can always watch my daily readings as well if you're interested. Thank you to those of you who support the show by donating. I appreciate it so much. Even like $5 really helps you guys. I really appreciate it. To all who give, and I'm sending blessings your way. And whatever else you may need, right? Because spirit can translate giving. Like if you give money, spirit can translate that into like physical healing or emotional healing or whatever. Giving, this Queen of Cups energy, giving is, it's this powerful energy that we've been talking about this entire reading, right? So don't underestimate the things that you do for others. It's just about knowing to not give to the wrong, just don't give to the wrong people. That's all this message was. It doesn't mean don't do the things that you would always want to do. That's what's made you who you are, me included. So thank you guys so much. If you want to book a personal, my info is down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Spent my life in a bathroom stall, catch my breath in a bathroom stall, breathe, breathe. Spent my life in a bathroom stall, catch my breath in a bathroom stall, breathe. There's nothing left, breathe. There's nothing left, there's nothing left. The sequential prerequisite damaged my chances of getting it. My life is over. Close the door and I could barely breathe. Flickering lights, it's hard to see the answers. Please give them to me. Spent my life in a bathroom stall, catch my breath in a bathroom stall, breathe. There's nothing left, there's nothing left, breathe. There's nothing left, there's nothing left, breathe. There's nothing left, there's nothing left, breathe. There's nothing left. Oh God, what is the answer to the predicament that is my life? From start to now, it seems I can't get anything right. God, please save me from myself. God, please give me something else. Spent my life in a bathroom stall, catch my breath in a bathroom stall, breathe.